This is the world's biggest vaccination initiative for all adults in India. And right now, the center wants you to log in at the Coven app, register. The vaccination drive begins on the 1st of May. But states are complaining there is a shortage of vaccines. Those above the age of 45 are complaining that they have to go for their second jab and there aren't enough vaccines. So yes, there are teething troubles. What's the way around it? Let's find out.
India set to kickstart vaccine for all, but the drive threatens to spill into a delayed and chaotic affair, at least for some. With vaccine supplies still not up to the mark, those aspiring for quick jabs to beat COVID may have to wait a little longer. There are huge queues already to get vaccines, with mainly those above 45 years, including senior citizens, waiting. Nerves are often frayed as the endless wait upsets people.
The center has run out of stocks of the vaccine.
इसने वैक्सीन जो दिया है उन्होंने फर्स्ट डोज के बाद उन्होंने देना चाहिए ना कि सेकंड डोज के लिए आ जाइए ये सबको बुला रहे हैं यहाँ पर.
People on ground zero are complaining that they were not given any messages to apprise them of the situation.
There are people waiting to get the first dose of the vaccine.
I have been waiting for half an hour around. I was there.
The system is very slow.
These are the crowds here of the people, some waiting for the first dose and those who are coming in for the second dose of vaccine are being let in.
States and private hospitals are supposed to book vaccines for 18 plus category. Things don't look promising, with the centre now advising states not to use its free jabs to inoculate 18 plus. The letter from the Health Ministry says that states should use free central jabs only for priority groups. Several states, mainly Congress-ruled states, say that vaccine makers are still non-committal on doses and dates.
सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट से हमारे अधिकारियों ने बात की. उन्होंने ये कहा कि भारत सरकार ने जो पहले के हमको ऑर्डर्स दे रखे हैं 15 मई तक तो हम उन ऑर्डर्स को ही पूरा नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो अब हमारे सामने सवाल पड़ा 1 मई से जो 18 साल से 45 साल के 3 करोड़ 13 लाख लोग हैं हमारे, उनको कैसे वैक्सीनेट करें.
2400 rupees per person for vaccination of Bharat Biotech or 1200 rupees per person for vaccination of the vaccine of Serum Institute of India. Can such brazen profiteering be permitted at all? These are questions that Prime Minister needs to answer.
Vaccine makers on their part are hopeful of meeting the surging demand.
50% of our capacities can be sold to state governments and to private hospitals. Now, with limited supply and our obligations that we have to continue giving to the central government, there will be initially very limited supplies. It is a welcome move because of the opening of this market. People can access this in a way that they could not access it earlier. And in the middle to end of May, where you will see these doses being sent out, to private hospitals and to the state governments. So that's where we are at the moment.
All indications point to a not so smooth rollout of the vaccine for all. But things may fall into place as Indian vaccine makers augment supplies and foreign jabs like Sputnik start arriving.
India will start getting the Sputnik V supplies from Russia in May. These will be initial and limited quantities, which will ramp up over the next 2 to 3 months. There are 2 routes by which the quantities would come into India. One is through the product that's manufactured in Russia and imported into the country. The second is through local manufacturing, which we will also be starting in the next couple of months to start delivering the vaccines from the India-made product.
Till enough vaccine shots arrive, masks, distancing and hand hygiene remains our best bet. With Sneha Murdani, Bureau Report, India Today.
And I now want to take you to Maharashtra. In Mumbai, there are senior citizens who are complaining that they've come for their second jab, but they are unable to get it. Let me take you to Mumbai's BKC Jumbo Vaccination Center. That's had to shut down its operations after running out of the vaccine stock. The administration has now put out a notice that you see on your television screen. Vaccine out of stock outside the center. And this isn't the only one. The Nesco vaccination center once again ran out of supply, and there was chaos because senior citizens were complaining there was no prior information. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation has released a list of 75 vaccination centers that were to conduct the vaccination drive on the 28th of April. That's today. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Pankaj Upadhyay, who joins us from Mumbai. And Pankaj, is Maharashtra going ahead with vaccination for all from the 1st of May, or are there niggles because they say they haven't got their supplies?
Yes, Gaurav. So important decisions have been taken today. First of all, there is going to be free immunization for the age group of 18 years till 44 years. But the immunization program is not going to start from 1st of May because the state of Maharashtra does not have enough vaccine supplies. Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope has said that as far as the Serum Institute is concerned, the institute has promised the state of Maharashtra to give 1 crore vaccines per month, but this is not a written reply. At the same time, Bharat Biotech has said that for the month of May, they are going to give 10 lakh doses. For the month of June, 10 lakh. And after that, 20 lakhs will follow. But Rajesh Tope also says that this immunization program needs to be very consistent and is smooth. And then there is no point in starting the drive with just very little doses in hand. Hence, till the time the state of Maharashtra has enough vaccines in disposal, they will not start this drive. But then he has also said that once they have enough vaccines in their disposal, they wish to conduct this vaccination program with full vigor. Okay. Additionally,
give me a moment. I quickly want to cut across to Maharashtra and listen in to the Health Minister Rajesh Tope.
सभी 18 से 44 साल के उम्र के लोग नहीं जा पाएंगे और उतनी हमारे पास वैक्सीन की यानी टीकाकरण के टीके भी नहीं हैं। इसीलिए गवर्नमेंट ने एक कमेटी गठित की है जो माइक्रो प्लानिंग करेगी और उस माइक्रो प्लानिंग के तहत हो सकता है कि अगर 3 स्लॉट्स 18 से 25, 25 से 35, 35 से 44 इस तरह के 3 स्लॉट्स में हम 6 महीने में ये पूरा टीकाकरण करने का कार्यक्रम बना रहे हैं। हो सकता है कि पहले कोमॉर्बिड लोग जो है उनको भी प्राधान्य उसमें दिया जा सकता है। तो ये जो माइक्रो प्लानिंग होती है इसके लिए एक तय हुआ है कि अलग सेंटर्स 18 से 44 साल की उम्र के लिए रहेंगे, क्योंकि राष्ट्रीय कार्यक्रम जो टीकाकरण का चल रहा है वो 45 उम्र के आगे के लोगों का चल रहा है और इसीलिए वो कार्यक्रम को कोई बाधा ना आए, कोई डिस्टर्बेंस ना हो, इसीलिए वो कार्यक्रम पूरी तरह चलते रहे। जितनी वैक्सीन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से आएंगी वो वैक्सीन रोज़ के रोज़ हम देंगे ऐसा भी निर्णय हुआ है। एक्चुअली हम उसमें 8 लाख रोज़ कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अभी कल की परिस्थिति तो ऐसी है कि सिर्फ 1-2 लाख हमारे पास वैक्सीन उपलब्ध थे। तो इसलिए एक है कि वो टीकाकरण का कार्यक्रम जो चल रहा है उसमें 27% जो 45 उम्र के ऊपर का जो हमारा टोटल क्वांटम है उसमें से 27% हमारा काम हुआ है। आने वाले दिनों में हमारे को अन्य लोगों को भी टीकाकरण करना है। तो ये कार्यक्रम भी साइड बाय साइड चलते रहेगा। उनके सेंटर्स अलग रहेंगे, इनके सेंटर्स अलग रहेंगे और एक प्रॉपर रूल्स और एक नियमावली पूरी तैयार की जाएगी और वो कोर कमेटी का डिसीजन 1-2 दिन में इमीडिएटली लिया जाएगा। उसके बाद में ये पूरा सभी लोगों को के तक पहुंचाया जाएगा। और मुझे सिर्फ एक ही अपील करना है सभी को कि आप अनुशासन से काम कीजिए, कोई भीड़भाड़ वहाँ पर न कीजिए और ऐसा न हो कि वैक्सीनेशन के सेंटर्स ये कोविड-19 संक्रमण के सेंटर्स बने, ऐसा न हो। ये खबरदारी हम सभी लोगों ने लेने की जरूरत है।
So the state does not have enough vaccines for all. Rajesh Tope talking about making different age slots, 18 to 25, 25 to 35 and 35 to 45 years, and then ensure that there are separate vaccination centers for those below the age of 45 and those above the age of 45 to ensure that these vaccination centers do not become hotspots for COVID-19. I now want to quickly cut across to India Today's Sneha Mordani, who joins us from the newsroom. Sneha, are you able to log in to the CoWIN portal and register yourself for vaccination?
Well, Gaurav, my opportunity, really given the fact that the vaccination drive is started for all above the age of 18, but I've not had much luck. Let me try this once again. And also just to tell our viewers, how do you really go about doing this? First of all, you go to the CoWIN website. So just like the camera person to show what this is. This is CoWIN and not VIN. What really comes up is, let's wait for the system. Yes, it's the CoWIN portal. This is the CoWIN portal that comes up on your screen. I'm going to try and register myself the regular way. I'm filling in my phone number right now. And I go and click on get OTP. Well, I tried to get the OTP a couple of times before this also, Gaurav, before you came to me, but that didn't really work out. Let me see if I've got the OTP this time around or not. Because without the OTP, you really can't go any further than this, Gaurav. You simply have to have the OTP that's going to be sent to you through the system. And it's not working, is what I can tell you. This is the third or fourth time, like I said, that I tried to get an OTP to get onto the system to see how it works. What it says is that the new OTP is going to be generated in about 180 seconds again. Let's wait and see if that can be done. So by and large, the system is this. CoWIN is the government portal that you have to go to, put your phone number, get the OTP, and then fill in the details. I have kept my PAN card ready because I don't have my Aadhaar card right now. PAN card is going to work. Also a driving license, also a voting ID card. All of those details can be filled in. You have to fill in detail of one identity card.
Okay.
It has to be a government card. Okay, so no luck as far as the OTP is concerned.
So
Without the OTP...
While we wait for your OTP to come, but answer this. Maharashtra says they don't have enough vaccines. Several states are saying, what do we do? When will we get the vaccines? That's point one. And point two, how will the states ensure that the vaccines that the center is sending for 45 plus are not diverted to 18 to 45?
Good question, Gaurav, because the center has said do not do it. But how are you then going to manage that this particular dose that has been sent by the center of its own kitty of 150 rupees a dose is not going to be given to somebody who's 30 years of age? There is just no mechanism to check this. It's an advisory that has gone out from the center to the states. The states have been told, inoculate using your own doses to inoculate those above the age of 18. It's going to be a concern, but by and large, the center is keeping track of how many doses has a particular state used and how many does it have unused, how many does it have wasted. Is there a way the center can, accumulate all this data and then check if the doses that the center is giving is being used to inoculate those above the age of 18? Because remember, this is the site. CoWIN is the site which has details of all the beneficiaries. So if a particular state doesn't have the doses from Bharat Biotech or Serum Institute, but that state is inoculating people above the age of 18, the center will get a sense of there being a problem in terms of its advisory being violated there. So that's what the center can do. It can keep a track via the CoWIN app, the CoWIN software essentially, not the app. Also, my OTP is not here, Gaurav, by the way. Okay. 180 seconds and more, but the OTP isn't here. Let me try this once again, Gaurav. Again, cowin.gov.in/home, register yourself. You can also register with the Arogya Setu. I have the app, but I'm going to try and do this again using this particular URL. Okay. I fill my phone number once again, Gaurav.
So while you try this, Sneha, let me come back to you and let me quickly cut across to India Today's Anisha Mathur, who joins us from Ground Zero for more on this. Anisha, amongst youngsters, is there enthusiasm about getting the jab now that they'll be entitled to it 18 to 45 from the 1st of May?
Well, Gaurav, there is a lot of curiosity, there is a lot of enthusiasm, particularly since we've seen the sheer numbers of COVID patients are rising, the deaths are rising, not just in Delhi, but across the country. We are seeing more and more people waiting for this vaccine. However, the question is going to be whether the vaccine will be available or not. While we are and the government is encouraging everyone to register for the vaccination so that whenever the vaccines are available, they can get them as soon as possible. But if you look at the government's own announcements as well as the affidavit filed by the Home Ministry before the Apex Court, it's very clear that vaccines might not be available from the first week of May. The affidavit itself says that Serum Institute and Bharat Biotech have both said that they can give only 16.5 crore vaccines from May, within 3 months from May. And there is also going to be a wait for the rest of the vaccines to come. Sputnik V has been given emergency use approval, but manufacturing is going to take time. And that is something that the Home Ministry has said on affidavit before the Apex Court. So the question is, how soon will the vaccines actually be available and what will be the pricing? Because apart from Bharat Biotech and Serum Institute, 50% of the vaccine is going to be available in the open market for the states and private parties to buy. Outside vaccines will also be sold at market price. So it is very, very important for us and for the government to see how exactly the price and availability is going to be managed.
Okay, that's a very important point that you raise. Price, availability, and the opposition is raising this question repeatedly. Sneha, any luck in getting the jab? And Sneha, what we're also being told is private hospitals say, how do we compete either with the centre or the state governments in acquiring the vaccines? How will private hospitals be able to move forward on the vaccination for all from the 1st of May?
Yes, absolutely. Gaurav, first of all, I got a message saying that the OTP has been sent to your mobile, but I really haven't gotten an OTP. So there is nothing that I can do. I just want to tell our viewers that unlike the last time around where walk-in vaccinations were allowed in the second phase of the drive, if you recall, there is simply no way I'm going to get a shot if I don't register here. So I lose my chance essentially if I can't register here. Also, answering your question now, private hospitals have to depend on the respective state governments. The state governments are procuring it from the companies and giving it to the private hospitals. Private hospitals in the country, let me tell you, Gaurav, to begin with, have no clue how the vaccines are going to reach them. Because various state governments, opposition-ruled state governments and BJP-ruled state governments have not been able to procure the vaccine from Bharat Biotech and from Serum Institute of India. So forget the registration for half a second. Even if I do register, I don't really know when my chance is going to come, because we have over 65% of the population now wanting to get a shot against COVID-19 by registering. The doses are just not there. We all know, it's no secret really. Serum Institute and Bharat Biotech have said that they require some time to manufacture the doses. Let me also tell you that Serum Institute's vaccine, which is Covishield, is a vaccine that can be manufactured at a quicker pace. That's not the case with Covaxin. The reason is because Covaxin is an inactivated vaccine. It can be manufactured in a BSL-3 facility, and there's only one in the country right now. The effort is to ramp up the production.
How soon does Sputnik V come in? And how soon will Sputnik V come in adequate numbers to be able to move forward with this? And is the pricing sorted out just as yet?
Not before May is what Sputnik V, which is the vaccine that has been developed by Russia. In India, Dr. Reddy's has done the bridging studies. They have clearly said that not before May. Plus, the initial doses will be from Russia, Gaurav. As you would well imagine, it would be extremely expensive. Once it's made in India, it's going to be done by 6 companies in India. That's when you expect the prices to come down. Globally, it's about less than $10, which translates to roughly about 750 rupees. But if you're getting it from Russia, it's going to be much more expensive than that, is what I can tell you. But there'll be a special price for the government also, is what Dr. Reddy's has indicated.
Okay, give me a moment. I quickly want to cut across and listen into the Coven chief.
The number load will be much bigger than the previous ones. Yes, you are right. We were having a registration of about 5 million people in a day on many days. And now I think we expect more than double that number today, because a lot of people are looking forward to making, making the registration on the system. I just want to, tell your viewers through your platform that making registration is one part, but getting an appointment will depend on the kind of facilities when they come up on this platform and when they start vaccination. So it may happen, because this is to come, the program has to happen from 1st of May. And there may be situations where some states may come on board on 1st of May, some may come later, or some hospitals may come on 1st of May and some may come later. Therefore, the visibility into the bookings or the vacancies will be available as and when those entities come on board. So people should have patience in the sense that they can continue looking for the vacancies. And we are creating a separate utility, separate search facility where we can see as to which are the vacancies which are available.
So, sir, but what was the hurry to launch it? Because when all the states are not ready and other, private hospitals are not on board, when they don't have the supply.
There will be no situation where everybody is ready at the same moment exactly. So, they will continue to come on board. And we started that program. So it will happen that some states will come on board on 1st, some will come on 5th, or some will come on 7th. So it's not as if, we could have waited for everybody to get ready and then to start. Typically, we started the result, the sort of registration, and thereafter, as and when people come on board, as and when the entities come on board, they will be able to keep the bookings also. So the system will go on, number one. Number two, the 45 plus in any case are being vaccinated at the government centers, and they will continue to get vaccinated free of cost by the central government. So that program will continue to work. So it's not as if the program is coming to a halt and then it will get a restart on 1st of May and thereafter. The program is a continuing program, and we continue to the phase 3 have changed certain policies, and those liberalized policies will be applicable from 1st of May. And as and when this people come on board, people will keep on getting bookings and getting vaccinated.
So what is your suggestion to the people? They keep on checking, what you're saying.
No, my suggestion to the people is that we will continue to announce as and when the states come on board, and that will be a better thing rather than keep on, trying out the application, because application will, we will provide the information in public, we will tweet, we will also put it on the platform, and just in order to ensure that you don't have to log in to look at the vacancies, we are creating a separate facility on our portal, as also on Arogya Setu, and third parties will also be able to develop the facility because we have an open API policy. Now, that being the case, people will be able to provide applications where you can look at the vacancies available. And once you see the vacancies, then and only then you log into the system and get an appointment. That is the advice to the people.
For the first time, we are seeing that private players and open market mechanism and states will be involved separately in this program. So, do you think this can be a little confusing or chaotic, or is it all sorted out?
Not at all, because there may be multiple entities involved, but it's the same, facility which provides a single platform, which provides you all kinds of options and choices. So you will be able to see on the same platform the private facility as also the public facilities and the vaccines and the prices and what is available nearby. So in a way, this platform makes it easy for people to navigate the vaccination system of the country. So that way, I think it's better. You don't have to go into the nitty-gritties of how to onboard and stuff like that. The citizens will have to just look at the, go to the platform, log in, and then create booking after registration.
So one more question towards the end.
So doctors are advising it's extremely essential to get vaccinated because that helps deal with COVID much better. COVID doesn't remain as life-threatening if you've got both the doses of the vaccine. Delhi, of course, continues to struggle to meet its oxygen requirement and the shortage of hospital beds, especially ICU beds with oxygen. Coming down heavily on the Arvind Kejriwal government, the Delhi High Court asked the state government to either improve or let the centre take over the oxygen mechanism. This as the city witnesses angry scenes, ugly scenes of doctors and healthcare workers being targeted.
Anger over Delhi's COVID emergency spills over. This is Indraprasth Apollo Hospital in Sarita Vihar, where the families of patients went on a rampage over the non-availability of ICU beds. Doctors and nurses, the frontline warriors against coronavirus, became victims of the fury. Across the national capital, stories of misery, pain, helplessness are playing out. Delhi is out of hospital beds, almost out of ICU beds and ventilators, and is struggling to fix oxygen supplies. A 500-bed COVID care facility opened by the ITBP is fully occupied in just a day. The shortage is such, COVID-19 patients are fleeing the capital to neighboring states in order to get ICU beds.
दिल्ली में इतनी बुरी हालत है, किसी भी हॉस्पिटल में एक बेड तक नहीं है। मेरे फादर की हालत इतनी बुरी थी, ऑक्सीजन लेवल बहुत कम जा रहा था, लेकिन उन लोगों ने बेड तक नहीं दिया, जिस वजह से हमें रातों रात एम्बुलेंस करके इधर आना पड़ा किसी के थ्रू।
While the oxygen crisis continues unresolved, help is coming. Delhi received its first oxygen express. Indian Railways have ferried 70 metric tons of the life-saving gas from Chhattisgarh. Meanwhile, the ruling Aam Aadmi Party faced some tough questions in the High Court on Tuesday. The High Court pulled up the Delhi government saying, if you are not able to manage your house, tell us. We will ask the central government to take over immediately. It has also taken serious note of the state government's decision to convert Ashoka Hotel into a COVID facility for judges. Amid rising cases in Delhi, testing and vaccination figures have dropped by 50% from the level 15 days ago. It's not clear if these are down due to any shortage of vaccines and testing kits. Bureau Report, India Today.
And from Delhi, let's quickly cut across to Uttar Pradesh, where for the 6th straight day, the state recorded more than 30,000 infections in 24 hours. 32,993 new cases in Uttar Pradesh, 4,400 from Lucknow alone. Of course, death toll remains a cause for concern. 265 deaths reported in the past 24 hours, the highest in a single day in Uttar Pradesh. There is massive outrage in Noida, adjoining Delhi, where the chief medical officer and officers with him almost threatened relatives of patients who were seeking remdesivir.
सेमो क्या कह रहे हैं? आप लोग किस लिए आए हैं? क्या कह रहे हैं?
बोल रहे कि अवेलेबल होगा तो देंगे। हमने कहा फिर दोबारा आएंगे तो बोल रहे कि जेल में डलवाने के लिए।
जेल में क्यों डलवा देंगे?
इंजेक्शन दोबारा आएंगे लेने के लिए।
तो इंजेक्शन दिया उन्होंने? नहीं दिया।
And this isn't the story of one city in Uttar Pradesh. Let me now take you to Agra, where the health infrastructure is under tremendous pressure. There is an acute shortage of oxygen. Patients, families, they're left in a lurch. They're running from pillar to post, looking for that next oxygen cylinder and a refill.
Panic, fear, helplessness.
कोई इनमें से हम बोल रहे कोई सुन नहीं रहा हमारी।
लेकिन डीएम जब यहाँ सप्लाई करेगा तभी तो इन लोगों को ऑक्सीजन मिलेगी। मेरी माँ की कंडीशन बहुत ज्यादा खराब है और क्या लिमिटेड ऑक्सीजन आ रही है, बताइए।
हाँ, आपकी माता जी
है मेरी।
Families of patients crying for attention.
हॉस्पिटल कहाँ है?
हमारा पेशेंट है वहाँ पे, घर पे अभी यानी बेड खाली नहीं है, तो कहाँ से इंतजाम करें?
कुछ लौट आए तो उन्होंने।
Such heart-wrenching scenes are witnessed every day in Agra's hospitals.
ये तो क्या नाम है जो टीवी पे दिखा रहे हैं कि इतना संडे भेज रहे हैं, इतना भेज रहे हैं, योगी जी मोदी जी कछु ना रहे, कोई योगी जी नहीं चल रही है। इतने टन हमने यूपी में गैस भेज दी, एक भी क्या नाम है टन यहाँ पे गैस नहीं है।
While the state government claims there is no shortage of medical resources in Uttar Pradesh, the ground reality is altogether different. Take the case of Prabha Hospital. It has no oxygen supply. The families of patients are told to arrange oxygen cylinders.
At Agra's Prabha Hospital, these are the empty cylinders being loaded for the refilling. In the meanwhile, there have been several SOS alarm and also panic as there was lack of oxygen supply. The hospital, as these relatives of the patient says, that they were alarmed to take back their patients. And here, the hospital is also issuing letterhead requesting the refiller that they are providing cylinders, and if they can arrange, the refillers should help these people as there is a crisis of oxygen.
The hospital is also facing an acute shortage of drugs.
अब पता नहीं कैसे थोड़ी सी ऑक्सीजन आई किस किस को मिल जाएगी। प्लाज्मा की जरूरत है और जो इंजेक्शन है रेमडेसिविर इंजेक्शन है उसका अरेंजमेंट नहीं हो पा रहा और प्रशासन कह रहा है कि हमारे पास भरपूर इंजेक्शन वगैरह है, तो
इंजेक्शन भी नहीं मिला,
कहीं भी इंजेक्शन नहीं मिला। हम तो ब्लैक में भी लेने को तैयार हैं।
रेमडेसिविर
नहीं मिला,
नहीं मिल रहा है साहब। डीएम साहब मिलने नहीं है, जा रहे हैं हम वहाँ पे, मुलाकात ही नहीं हो रही, कोई बात ही नहीं करा रहा है।
The situation at the Maa Bhagwati Hospital in the city is no different.
बिल्कुल नहीं आ रहा ऑक्सीजन,
बिल्कुल नहीं आ रहा है, बिल्कुल भी।
प्रशासन में किसी को डीएम एसडीएम को इन्फॉर्म,
बहुत सारे मैसेजेस करे हुए हैं, मेल करे हुए हैं, सभी कुछ किया हुआ है। जो एक पूरा एमए का वो बना हुआ है उस पे भी इंफॉर्मेशन दिया हुआ है।
Families are left in despair, desperately hoping that they can miraculously get oxygen from somewhere.
मेरी मम्मा यहाँ 7 दिन से एडमिट है कंटिन्यूस, और ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिल पा रहा उन्हें, बाई पाइप पे हैं कंटिन्यूस, और ये लोग कुछ नहीं कर रहे। हम बहुत परेशान हैं।
संपर्क सूत्र दिया गया है, अब मुझे ये नहीं मालूम ये नंबर फेक है या ये मैसेज फेक है, लेकिन ये नंबर नहीं उठ रहा है।
सबको मैंने कॉल किया, किसी का नंबर उठा नहीं है। सारे नंबर जितने भी हैं कोई नंबर नहीं उठता है। क्या फायदा है, ये सारे पेशेंट मर रहे जा रहे हैं यहाँ पे।
There is no oxygen at Paras Hospital either. Anger is growing outside hospitals.
The oxygen flow meter should have a good pressure, but now it's indicating 0, and that explains the gravity of this situation in Agra, the massive crisis of oxygen. The Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said there is no crisis of oxygen. There are medicines available, there are beds available, but most of the hospitals in Agra either showing no beds available.
पैसा हमारा लग रहा है, हम अपना घर-बार बेच के अपने पेशेंट को जिंदा कर रहे हैं। डॉक्टर साहब सही कर रहे हैं। आप लोगों को क्या तकलीफ हो रही है जो यहाँ की सुविधाएं रोकी?
15 आदमी बिना ऑक्सीजन के कारण यहाँ से मर चले गए दुनिया से छोड़कर।
Oxygen supplying agencies are helpless.
As one of the O2 factory has sealed out its office, there have been scuffle due to huge demand and massive crowd right out here as their loved ones are in hospital. They are in dire need of the oxygen, but there is no supply, and that explains the crisis, particularly in Agra. Even administration accepted that yes, there have been indiscrepancy between the demand and supply. कितने लोग आ रहे हैं हर दिन सिलेंडर लेने के लिए?
आते 500-700 आदमी कम से कम आ रहे हैं डेली।
तो आपने तो अब नोटिस लगा दिया कि नहीं
बिल्कुल खत्म हो गई ना, इसलिए जब लोकेटिव ऊपर से नहीं आएगा तो ये बांटेंगे कहाँ से?
Desperate families are willing to pay any price for oxygen.
कालाबाजारी तो अगर हम बोले तो पर्टिकुलर किसी के पता तो है नहीं है। कोई 3,000 रुपए का दे रहा है। इस वक्त तो ये कंडीशन आ रही है 10-10, 20-20 हज़ार रुपए के भी बिक रहे हैं। कोई कह रहा है मुझे 50,000 रुपए का भी सिलेंडर मिल जाएगा, मैं लेने के लिए तैयार हूँ।
जान जा रही है।
और ये इस वक्त यहाँ पर नहीं, हर जगह आप देखोगे, चाहे कोई भी जगह हो, सब जगह ये कंडीशन चल रही है।
The Uttar Pradesh government claims that no hospital in the state lacks oxygen or any other drug. It has also said it would come down hard on people spreading panic about the shortage. All it has to do is travel to Agra and see the reality of the situation. With Ashutosh Mishra in Agra, Bureau Report, India Today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.